Recently, as you guys would know, we've been checking out the Bob Menery and Full Send scuffle, with Bob's initial reaction to his removal off the podcast, as well as the limited response the Nelk Full Send team have provided thus far. Another comment from one of the videos we made that got me wondering was about Jesse and Nelk, and the odd situation around that, which has still only briefly been addressed. So throughout today's video, we'll look at all the info surrounding Jesse leaving Nelk and the main reasons for it. Backstory of Jesse and Kyle. For those that need some backstory on Jesse, he was a co-founder of the Nelk channel, which he helped build from the ground with Kyle. They were infamous for their coke prank on police and even made it known that there was a time that they would stay in fans' houses because they couldn't afford their own flat or hotels at that time while they were grinding YouTube videos. Everyone also knows Nelk are best known for their fake employees pranks, and just pranks in general. Once Steve Will Do It was signed to the Full Send team, they leaned more into the college party scene, and it was evident over time Jesse wasn't feeling a part of that team and wasn't interested in that scene, so slowly departed. Although, what's strange, Nelk's comments are always full of "get Jesse on the podcast" or "address Jesse's situation," which they always ignore, which makes it seem something happened behind the scenes, as it would be very simple for Jesse to go on the podcast and state why he left. They've dragged it out for a few years now, which is strange. Jesse briefly speaks on leaving Nelk. Around a year ago, Jesse went onto a podcast and was briefly asked about why he left Nelk and some of the reasons for this. Although, since that interview, more info has come out, which we'll look at after.
You know, we're doing these prank videos, and recently you kind of stepped away and we're missing in a lot of episodes. And I know that you named your first video on Shithole, which we'll get to, why you're not filming anymore. But I really don't think you said why you weren't filming anymore. It was more like...
Yeah, it was a little clickbaity.
Yeah, it was a little clickbaity. So why are you no longer...
I was saving it for this interview.
Okay, so yeah. So it kind of explain, you know, why you're not in the videos anymore like we're used to seeing you.
Basically, just took a step back. I've been sober for like 6 or 7 months now.
Congrats.
Yeah, and I feel great doing that. And just steady on the road, steady partying, steady... all that shit, getting arrested, I've been doing this shit for 7 years, so it was a while.
Which is good to hear him say that, because there was a time both Kyle and Jesse would be getting arrested every other week. They even got banned from certain states. Then if they weren't doing that, they would be drinking or partying in the videos non-stop. Before they released their Happy Dad seltzer, they were big fans of Corona and used that to fuel their brand to the next level and fit them in the college party scene gradually over time.
And but obviously it's our job, it's our company, so just basically took not a break, but came back to really do what I want to be doing, which is the clothing and organizing that. And honestly, a week of doing it and knowing how much of an asset I am in that field and other parts of the business, I was just like, yeah, like this makes sense. So Kyle's kind of taken on the Nelk channel. I'm back doing all like merch, photo shoots, marketing, all that plan, designing.
Like I mentioned earlier, there was a change to the channel Jesse ran, which completely separated him from the Full Send Nelk channel, as the name was changed from Full Send to Sunday. Not sure why he decided upon doing so, whether it was just a rebrand or he wanted to entirely disassociate from the Nelk empire he built. Who knows? But I had to bring it up, as it only happened a couple of months back.
Like, I mean, the way I see it is like what MTV used to be. Like, it was all reality. It was like college audience, high school audience, like our same audience. And I think there's not really a platform, like an internet-based platform where you can subscribe to that's like that. Right. And I kind of want to just bring that back. Like we have a shitload of show ideas written out, and like, there's so much potential there to grow.
It's clear from what Jesse previously mentioned when this interview was shot, he's fully doubling down on the business of Nelk and the empire around it, with the clothing, etc., which is why it's strange he's yet to go on the Full Send podcast and promote his new projects, considering he helped build it all from the start with Kyle. Kyle speaks on Jesse's situation. While engaging in a game of blackjack, Kyle claimed that Jesse was simply burned out because the channel had performed so many pranks since its founding in 2010. We've been doing this a long time. We've done a lot of pranks. We've pretty much done everything, and I think Jesse's kind of just burnt out. He still wants to be in the videos and stuff, but you guys have seen the videos from the past year. I just think Jesse's kind of done with the videos and shit. Like, in a way, the 26-year-old explained. And no, we're not set at all. We bring in a lot of money from our merch drops and stuff, but I don't think me and Jesse have taken money out of the company in like 5 months maybe. Many Nelk viewers consider the partnership of Jesse and Kyle to be the heart and soul of the channel. Therefore, the news that Jesse is reportedly closing shop is difficult for them to accept. What is also strange, another OG member of the channel was Lucas. As most of you know, he was given this huge comeback to the channel and fans loved it. Now suddenly he's disappeared again. Does anyone even know what happened with that? Because it was like suddenly out of nowhere he was banished out of the channel. This concludes today's video. Be sure to subscribe to LoveTube for future celebrity videos and turn on that post notification bell so you don't miss out on any future uploads. Leave your thoughts below about the Jesse and Nelk situation and if you want to see him on their podcast. Until then, see you in the next one.